Where should I study English? Some advantages and disadvantages about traditional versus online learning. As I've been an English teacher for over 25 years, from time to time, I get asked this question: where should I study English? Well, in my experience, there's no clear-cut answer that works for everyone. First off, there are many factors we have to consider to get a workable and customized answer. Let's have a look at them. 1. Age. 2. Availability for studying. 3. Objectives. 4. Deadlines. 5. Learning styles. 6. Budget. 7. Commuting. 8. Technological skills. 9. Language level. Yes, we do have to consider all this in order to answer this question and suit each client's needs. So let's see each factor in some detail and try to give a satisfactory answer. Number 1. Age of the prospective student. This is one of the most important factors, as it will determine most of the others. However, we all know that schoolers and young people up to the age of 16 enjoy an active social life and are only happy to go to language schools. Most of them are already familiar with some English, especially because of the technology they handle themselves. Besides, they are so engaged with social media, and let's be honest, these are the people who would benefit the most from going places to study. Number 2, time availability to study. Here too, the young usually have more time to study with less pressure. Though times have changed so much, it's true that both young and older have busy lives, but it's also true that older people often have more family and work obligations. Studying a language becomes then something you really don't want to do unless you must, and we tend to put it in at the end of the list. And they're right, because studying a language as easy as English would require at least 2 to 3 lessons per week to kick in, not to mention out-of-class practice for reinforcement. Only then can we see results. Number 3, objectives. We want to have clear objectives that justify so much effort, don't we? I couldn't agree more. Grown-ups find it very hard to get to do what we really want because we are absorbed by the 1,000 things we have to do. However, that doesn't mean we enjoy doing them. Chances are we don't. So if we are to study English, we better enjoy it. Suffice to say, it's essential that we get to enjoy what we do, or else we will drop it pretty soon. Objectives can be and are many, and they are related to our dreams, careers, current jobs, promotions, studies, and so forth. They could be so different in nature, like passing an international exam, having an interview, getting a promotion, where a higher and competent level of English is paramount, being able to hold conference calls. 4. Deadlines. Whatever your age, if you have an international exam to sit, you have tight deadlines. Same applies to interviews and academic needs. Your objectives are super clear and you have no time to waste. On the other hand, you can have no urge to study. You can take your time, not that you don't have an objective, but you just manage your time and it all depends on you setting the deadlines. Then yes, you have way more options and it'll mainly depend on your learning style, which we'll discuss now. 5. Learning styles. From experience, the younger you are, the more flexible and techie you'll be. Learning English, or any language for that matter, is the perfect opportunity to embark on such an adventure. If you're like me, surely you hate being caught up in traffic as you go places, do errands, and so on. Wouldn't it be just great if you didn't have to go anywhere and do all from home or anywhere you are? Yes, just like your banking or online shopping. You can learn English using whatever means you prefer. Your smartphone, iPhone, tablet, laptop, or desktop. In fact, you can be anywhere, literally anywhere. Home, any part of your home, the park, your favorite coffee bar, on the bus, the metro, waiting at the doctor's office, at the airport, and the list is endless. It does take an open mind and patience with yourself as you get used to these new methods. You can choose among using apps with customized learning materials, interactive games, tests, videos, PDFs, podcasts, and customized audios. You can check your progress and get better every time by repetition. Number 6, budget. We would be worried about how expensive education is, and indeed it could be. However, today we have plenty of free resources and websites from the best institutions and universities in the world you and me have access to today. We'll find something for all budgets, though. It's true that the more specific and personalized the courses are, the more expensive they could tend to be. You can choose to attend a popular language school with affordable prices and the usual digital educational technologies, only to find you can only access them through its self-access center or be enrolled in a current course. Also, schedules might not be as flexible, especially because the shortest study period is a 90-minute class. Besides, it's 6 to 12 cycles for every level depending on class frequency. Number 7. Commuting to language centers. Honestly, would you? If you live in a big capital like me, you wouldn't if you can help it, especially if you leave work at rush hour. Getting to a class all frantic, smashed, and angry at the world is not exactly the best attitude to promote learning. Again, you know what I mean. Just make numbers among the time wasted on the traffic each class day. The fact that you just couldn't finish homework because you had a million things to do. You're so tired, so fed up with traffic, noise, rude people. Number 8. Are you a techie? As mentioned before, the more computer-friendly you are, the more benefits you'll reap from both traditional and online lessons. Anyway, the rudiments of technological tools can be a part of your English learning. Each day, new educational platforms and tools are created, and they are simpler and appealing both for teachers and students. Number 9. Language level. Another aspect to consider is your background knowledge of the language. Sitting a placement exam will give you a clear idea of where all your skills are standing. The higher your level, the less guided training you'll need. You'll lead the way. This might not be so easy for English for specific purposes where you'll need to rely on expert training in order to succeed. On the next video, we'll analyze some case studies, which will finally make you see clearly what decision to make. Go watch the next video and see you soon!